Hey everyone! Today I'm going to walk you through the process of correctly completing and submitting a green sheet. A green sheet is one of the two requirements necessary to ensure you get paid on time. Um, I've logged into my KW and we're going to head on over to my transactions or dot loop. So here we're going to open up the loop that we would like to submit the green sheet for, and we're going to go to view details. Now you should have filled in some of the information here, such as the property information, street number, street name. All of this will auto-populate into the green sheet. You scroll all the way to the bottom, click Submit to Green Sheet. If you take a look now, you'll see that some of the information that we had in the details section of the loop is now in the property information on the green sheet. So we're just going to start at the top and work our way down. You'll notice that some of the boxes are in red. Anything in red is required in order to submit. If you skip something that is in red, it will not let you submit and you will get an error. If for any reason you do not want to complete the green sheet and submit it all at one time, make sure you hit the Save for Later button at the top. So we're just going to work our way down. Outside referral, this asking, are you paying an outside referral? Yes or no. If this is a referral that you are receiving, you can go ahead and put no. So let's just put yes. Work our way down. Typically, your green sheet type is going to be residential. We'll leave that there, and we're going to enter the contract date and the close date. Now we had chosen in the loop that it was a purchase, so it has auto-populated as a buyer sale. The class is typically going to be property. There will be times if you're doing a rental, you'll want to choose lease. We're going to go ahead and leave it as property. And the property type is most of the time going to be resale. Our property information all has populated, and we can go ahead and move on now that we've filled everything out that was in red. This is where we're going to enter the sale price of the property. We'll put $150,000 for this. You don't need to put any commas or anything else. And you'll notice these two bubbles underneath the sale price. This is pertaining to the commission that you are receiving. If you're receiving a percentage, you can choose percentage and enter that percentage. And if we tab through, you'll notice that it has figured the 3% commission in this box right here. If you're not receiving a straight percentage and only receiving a flat fee, you can choose flat fee and physically enter the commission in this box. In this section, we're just asking for the buyer name. This way you have the information when you go back and look at your records. And the seller name. The agent detail page is what tends to be the most difficult for people. You'll notice that my name has auto-populated into the Agent A column, and you have columns for Agent B and C. This is if you were adding more agents onto the transaction. I'm going to go ahead and add, I'll use my own name as if we were adding a second agent onto this transaction. Now we're going to go through and again fill in anything that's required in red. For agent role, you can choose whatever fits your role. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and choose lead agent. It really makes no difference. The type again is going to be sale. Please note, you're never going to choose inside on a green sheet. And the agency in this case is going to be buyer. Now, if this were a purchase and you notice that this said seller, we would have to go and make a correction, and that means we chose something incorrect here at the top. Okay. You'll notice that there's a box open for sales unit. The unit is always going to be 1 or equal 1. In this case, we're splitting between two agents. So if agent A were receiving 50% of the commission and agent B were receiving the other 50% of the commission, we could split that automatically using the unit. So if I were to choose, enter 0.5 here and 0.5 here, you'll notice now it has split the gross commission right in half. If there were one agent on this transaction, you would put a 1 here, and you would notice that the entire commission would populate under that. So we'll go ahead and change that back to half, and we'll work our way down. Most of these boxes won't be used. The ones that you'll use most often are outside referral. So if we're paying an outside brokerage, we're going to go ahead and enter the amount here, either the percentage or the amount. So typically it's standard that 20 or 25% referral fee. So we're going to go ahead and put 25% and tab through. You'll see a pop-up that says enter referral data in the outside referral section below for this referral. This is very important, and we'll go over this once we get to the bottom. So it's auto-populated $250 for the 25% referral fee in the box below. You shouldn't ever have to use approved concessions. Bonus, if you're receiving a transaction fee, you can go ahead and put it in this box. So if we were receiving $250 transaction fee and tab through, you can always go ahead and leave this as 100% to agent. We do not split any transaction fees with the market center. Your agent commission split should populate, so we won't touch that. Capped on royalty. For this transaction, we're going to choose no, that we're not capped on royalty. And you shouldn't ever have to use the inside referral box. KW Cares requires you to put a number in. I recommend putting any donation that you can. We'll go ahead and put, you have to put something though. Oops. The rest of the boxes below typically aren't used. Deductions, the one thing that we do use deductions for in our market center is if you would like to put a portion of your commission towards your office bill. You can simply put office bill and the amount that you would like to put as a credit on your account. So tab through, and we now have the net agent check at the bottom. This is what you'd be receiving after royalty and market center splits and any deductions have been taken out. Now you'll see the outside referral section. Because we entered an amount in the outside referral section up top, we do have to fill this in. If you skip this, it will let you submit, but it will be returned to you, as we cannot do anything with the green sheet without this information. It's populated the dollar amount from up top. Tax ID number. This is the most important thing that people try and skip over. It will require you contacting the other agent or the other agent's office. It's a very simple form that anybody should be able to get you, the W-9, and you'll want to go ahead and put that in your loop as well. Make sure you fill in the address for the brokerage so that I know where to send the referral payment to, and as well as city, state, and zip code. I don't necessarily need the phone, fax, or email, but you're more than welcome to fill that in. From here on out, there's nothing that we require you to fill in, and it's simply for your records. If you'd like to fill any of this information in, feel free. I do want to point out the notes section. If there's anything that you're not sure if you did correctly or anything you want to point out on the transaction, go ahead and note it here. I do review the notes for each transaction, so I will see any note you put in. And then from here, we're ready to submit. You'll see the Submit to MCA button. We're going to go ahead and click that. And now the confirmation pops up. You want to hit Submit Greensheet. And now we have successfully submitted a Greensheet. You'll see the status is now partially accepted. And unless there was something wrong that we can't figure out, you probably won't hear anything back about the Greensheet. If there are any changes that are made, you'll see right now all of the boxes are still editable. Once we pull this into our system, you will not be able to edit the Greensheet any longer. I won't have access to it either. So if any changes are made, please email me and let me know. Date changes, close date changes, sales price, things like that. Anything too complicated, I'll let you know and have you resubmit a new Greensheet. But typically I can make any changes necessary on my end. All right, and that's it. We've now completed a Greensheet and you're one step closer to getting paid.